Hi guys, welcome to No Nonsense Music Tips with me, Tony. And today I'm going to be showing you a device I really love and plug in from Waves. And so if you mix on headphones, which I have to do sometimes when I'm working at home, and you find that you struggle a little bit with the headphones and just mixing in it because you're not in a room, this plugin is absolutely brilliant for it. And on top of that, it'll model other studios as well. So let's get into this one, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to take that point and tickle that like button for us, hit the bell and subscribe notification, and just leave your comments in the comment section, guys, of stuff you like to for us to cover and what you think about this video and the device itself. So let's get into this one. So let's do this. I'm going to move my camera up to the top here. One sec, just to get it out of the way. And I am using Cubase here, and I'm going to go through some things with Cubase for you. So the device that I'm looking at here is this. It's the Waves NX. So I've got this Bluetooth device that came with it. I think I paid about £100 for it with the software, with one of the softwares. But I'm going to show you, you don't actually need this device, this Bluetooth device. And what this does is this will sit on top of your headphones. It's got a left and a right, as you see here. So it's got a left side and a right side, that side. And it takes a small little AAA battery. And what you'll do is you'll put it on your system here. So if I do this, and you get like a little thing to wrap around like that. And basically, once that's on your headphones, once I do it, there we are. Once that's on your headphones, you can then move your head around with it, and it will follow your head as you move. And what this plugin is going to do is it's going to open up your headphones like you're in a room. And I show this people all the time when I'm in the studio, like for singers and stuff like that. It just they end up taking off the headphones and realizing there's no music actually playing in the room, and they just can't believe that what this thing does. And it's a really good plugin. Like I said, you don't need that device. It's helpful to have it rather than using a camera, because you can use a camera to follow your head. And the software you can get, again, with Waves, you get them for like £29 for the deals, and they'll model different rooms like the CLA room and the Abbey Road rooms and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you that as well. So the track we're going to be playing is this one.
Ownership is all I know. I'm trying to be strong.
It's just something I'm working on so that I've got some royalty-free music to play in the background and stuff. So I'm in Cubase here, and I don't know if your system will have it, but in Cubase we have a thing called the control room here. And I highly recommend anybody that is using Cubase Pro to have this control room on. You can turn your main speakers off and have your headphones on only, and then you can put plugins in here. And any plugins you put in here, room corrections or anything like that, won't actually be bounced out when you bounce your mix down. So you could have plugins in here and not have to think about turning them off and stuff when you're bouncing down. And so you can set up your control room up here. So you go to studio and audio connections, and then in the bars across the top, normally you'd have this set up, your outputs and stuff. You take off the main output here and you set it up in your control room instead. So I've set my phones up, my headphones, and I've set my main monitor mix up. And so that is basically that. And then you've got control here on your control room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up just the NX itself, just the main software. And I'm going to use the camera, and then I'm going to use in fact, what I'm going to do first is I'll use the device on my head, and then I'll switch to the camera, because when I switch to the camera, I'll have to turn this camera off and just show my thing in the box, because I can't use the camera to record myself doing it while I'm using the camera, because I can only use the camera for one source. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the NX here, the NX stereo here, and we're going to go to this head tracker here, and I'm going to just turn this on. There's like a little button here at the top, and you just keep hold of that, turn that on, and that should then flash blue, which it's doing. And then what that'll do is then it'll connect onto here basically. So let's make sure that is connected. Open Bluetooth settings, just make sure that connects. It'll probably come up on here. Okay, so that's now connected. Normally there's a blue light on there when it's connected, but it's not showing on there. But I'll bring it up and you guys can see it on here. Oh, so where is it? There you are, NX tracker there. So what I'm going to do is just leave that on my headphones. I'll move it to the middle, more to the middle. And what I'm going to do is close down my Bluetooth, and I'm going to bring up the NX here. There's probably one down here. So this is the main plugin, and then this one that you have inside the studio here. So we've got this here, automatically connected. You can see it's green, and you can see the numbers change as I move my head up and down and around. So that's the device for whether you choose camera or the Bluetooth thing on my head. So we'll close that down, lower that down, and then we'll bring up the stereo thing here. So hopefully, let's move my camera so it's a little bit more in center for me. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to select the tracker here, and then what we'll do is we'll hit the sweet spot. So we'll basically be looking at the middle of your screen where you want your middle. So I'll say your speakers are here, look here where you want it to be, then hit sweet spot, and that will center this again. You can have this as wide and thingy as you want, where say your speakers are over here or wherever you want them over here. And then you can lock this and then restart it, or you can turn the head tracking off. Head model, you can put in your measurements here, and then you've got a headphone EQ here. I'm going to click that, get rid of that. And so what I've done is I've turned my mains off here, so it wouldn't come out of my main speakers, and then it'll just come out of my headphones here. And that's basically it. You've got your room ambience, so you can add ambience to it, and then you have your speaker position, so where you want your speaker position to be, so your front and that. So let's set this up back to 0, or to 90, shall we say? Oh no, that's your speaker position. Sorry, that's your speaker position, where you want your speaker position to be. So let's also set up here in this bottom here where it says none. This is where you'll put your headphones. So in the list of headphones, you'll pick with your headphone set so it knows which ones to model from. And I've got the 702, the K702, the AKG 702, and so that's setting for my headphones there. And so that's the plugin itself there of just running the actual plugin. So let's set that sweet spot again. Let's close that down. So that's your NX stereo. So when we play that now, let me just. Now, you're not hearing this. Let me turn the mains on for you. And I'm hoping this, if I take this now and drop it into here instead, and I turn, I don't know if it's doing the same thing. Let me look, is it actually doing? And what it's actually doing is, it's keeping my speakers here. So when I turn my head, you might not be able to hear it on this. But what it's doing is, as I turn, the sound is staying there. And same up and down, the sound is staying here. So when I turn my head like this, all the sound is here. It's coming here. There's no sound here in this other headphone. And then when I turn this way, all the sound is here and there's no sound in this headphone. So it's almost like it's fixing your sound as though you've got fixed speakers here. So normally when you have headphones on, you turn your head, the sound is in both ears all the way around as you go around. It's always there in your head and it makes it feel closed in. And so what this is doing is it's making it as though it's in a room. I don't know if you heard it in the main mix. Let me try that if I drop it down, see if it does it. So let's set that sweet spot again. I don't know if this is going to work, so let's turn the headphones off and play.
But could I truly let you go? I'm fighting to move on. Our partnership is all I know. I'm trying to be strong. But could I truly let you go?
what that should be doing is, if you're listening to it in speakers, it's going to be moving the sound to one side of the speakers, or if you're listening to it in your own headphones, it's going to move the sound to one headphone as I turn my head. If you can see me turning my head and you turn your head with it, you'll get an idea or the sense of what I'm talking about is going on, where it's actually moving around in your head. And so that's basically what's going on with it. What you can also do, like I said, you're best off putting it in this thing here so that it doesn't come out onto your mix, because if you had it in here, it's going to come out on your mix. So your best bet is to have it in this thing here. And so I'm going to close that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up one of the other plugins so you can sort of see that as well. Actually, I'll keep it in this. I'll keep it in this because you can actually hear it in this, I presume. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the actual plugin. Not that one. I'm going to bring up NX. And what they do is they have different rooms, like the Oceanic Way. You've got the CLA, Crystal Angle, or whatever it's called. And then you've also got the Abbey Road. So the Abbey Road one. Oh, the Abbey Road room studio here. So if you click that, that's going to bring up the Abbey Road Studio. So as though you're in the Abbey Road Studio, and you can see there my head moving with it. And again, so we select the tracker here, and then you've got your 3 different speakers. You've got your near fields, your mids, and then your far ones, these big ones here. And so you can set it all up here, your headphone, EQ here. You can set up your level here, rotating if you need to, and then the head tracker here, and then your settings, which will bring up that. And then your circumference and that of your head. So we play that. So that's going to have a different sound. That's going to have the sound as though it's coming through these big speakers here. We change that. It's going to be this one. And then your near fields. And it just makes you have space in your headphones, basically. So my favourite one that I really, really do like is the CLA one. So the CLA NX stereo there. And this is my favourite one. I love using this one. And again, you've got your CLA 10, which is these ones, which are supposed to be modelled off the Yamaha NS10s with a sub. Then he's got his mains, which are these big ones here. Then he's got his boombox, and if I spin it round there, that's in his rack at the back. So there's like a little tape deck. I don't think you can see it with his head in the way. But it's like he's got like a little tape deck here. You'll see it just here. It's like a little weird tape thing he's got. And so if you click that, that'll basically you're facing that tape deck. And so we'll go to the CL10s and make sure we've got the headphone EQ on for that, and the NX tracker is on, and we'll play it. So you can turn the ambience down. Then we'll go to the mains. So the boombox is good for monitoring your mix, as it would be from like a mono radio, like something you would have in your kitchen. Big ones. That's 10s there. So that's the head tracker here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this head tracker off. And you'll see that it's gone off now. And what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to open up the settings, and I'm going to take off my camera here. So my camera will be on here, but I will bring up the NX software once that's on. So I'll just get rid of this camera now. So there you go. And we'll reset that face detection there. There we are. So got that in there now. Go back to here. Actually, I don't want to close that. I should have kept that open. And we're going to go to camera tracker there, and you'll see now that opens. A little bit slower with it, but it still works. So let's look at the camera, or straight ahead again, and calibrate that to be there. And now that should work. So I'm not using this thing now, this device here. I'm using the camera itself. And so let me bring up that camera, because I want to show that camera to you guys. I want to make sure that's in here. On here. And will it disappear if I do that? It will. So I'll play it and then move stuff around from there. So it's moving there. Just waiting for this thing to catch up. Do whatever it's doing. Right, there we go. So now if we hit play, you can see it's doing its thing. And you see, as I move. Camera's slow. It's just so I can show you guys. But as I'm moving my head, the camera's not keeping up. But could I truly let you go? I'm fighting to move on. Our partnership is all I know. I'm trying to be strong. But could I truly let you go? And that's it basically. So that's the camera version. Not as good as the device at the top. So it's not as good as the device at the top, the camera version of it. It's a bit slower. I think you can change the rate of it, the tracking rate of that here. Can you change it? I'm not too sure if you can change it, but it just shows that you can use your camera. It's not as good as the device. I think I paid £100 for the device. Let me bring that up and see if I can show you. But that's the device itself. Let me bring my camera back up. So I'm going to close that now. Turn the camera version off. There we are. So let me go back to my main camera down here. So that's the software there. So let me bring up NX here for you guys. Waves NX. So here's the Waves NX itself, which you can go and check out the stuff about it. There's the device for the headphones, and basically, yeah, everything about the device here. Now, apps, you can get the apps for it. So like when you're using your, it's free on the App Store. When you're using your, when you're listening to music, it's the same thing. So you work with any headphones while you've got the app open. And it looks like you can actually buy the headphones themselves here. And I don't know if they're selling the device itself. Let me have a look. All hardware. Let's see. NX. There. So there's the head tracker itself. Let me just move this out of the way. There it is. It's $99 for the head tracker itself. and then you can get the 5-pack. So like if you've got a few people that you're recording with, let me just move that so it's back on me. But $99, and then you can get the NX stuff in waves for cheap, or if you've got the package, you can get that. You get it free anyway. And so that's $50 for the Abbey Roads one, the Abbey Roads 3. So I think you can get the whole bundle of the NX of this. There you are. So the virtual studio, so $99. So it'll cost you $200 altogether to get all of them. You'll get the Ocean Way, you'll get the Lord Algae, you'll get the thing itself, and then you'll get the Abbey Road one. And so you'll get the free modeling plate things and the plugin itself. And for 200 quid you'll get that, and then you'll get the headset as well. And so that's the plugin itself. I just wanted to bring that one up and do a video on that one. One of my favorite things for anybody that's mixing in headphones or struggling mixing with the headphones, you can model rooms with it. That's another good thing. So you don't even need the unit itself or the camera. You can just have the room on itself. So if you wanted the speaker system of Chris Lord Algae mimicking from your headphones, it just opens up that space a bit for you, without even the movement of your head taken into account. That's just the head tracking stuff, but the space being open comes with the system itself that you can buy the plugins, and you can get them for, like I said, 50 quid, 90 quid, $99 for all of them, $50 for the Abbey Roads one, and I think it's about, you'll probably be able to get the CLA one for about 39, probably, yeah, $34, and that's my favorite one, that one. So yeah, that's that, guys. So we hope you like this video. Hopefully it informs you guys of something that you can use if you're mixing on headphones or you're struggling to mix on headphones. And yeah, don't forget to take that point to tickle that like button, hit the bell and subscribe notification. So let us know what you think of that one, guys, and take care.